I think the biggest misconception that patients and providers have around environmental toxic load is that it doesn't affect them. And while I don't want to bring fear to the situation, we really need to understand that it is affecting every single one of us through the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, and the food that we eat. Now, the good news is we can start somewhere and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. And I always say clean air, clean water, clean food. And if you start with those principles and make sure you have air filtration, clean water to drink, and clean food sources, you're going a long ways in reducing your toxic load. You know, it's amazing to me. There are so many devices on your social media feed, red light therapy and hot new supplements for your brain and for anti-aging and biohacking. All these terms are so popular. And you know what the truth is when we go back to the basics, such as the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the food that we eat, and even the physical activity, I think as functional practitioners, we are not great at prescribing activity. And if you look at the data around something like aerobic exercise recommended at a minimum of 150 minutes per week, up to 300 minutes per week, most of us are not prescribing, or for the patient, we're not doing that. And that's a very low-hanging fruit. So I think sometimes going back to the basics like exercise, aerobic activity in particular, and sleep is just so profound and so accessible to the every patient. We don't need to be buying thousands of dollars of expensive supplements or tens of thousands of dollars of fancy devices. We really need to go back to the basics like sleep and like aerobic activity.